let's talk about the red side of Manchester. They seem to be getting a lot of the headlines these days. They say things are working well at Man United. Let's have a look at their numbers to see what exactly is happening. 112 drawn, 3 lost 5, 32 goals scored, 25 conceded. If you look at it in perspective, they were supposed to score 29, almost 30. They've outscored the XG. They were supposed to concede 24. They've conceded 25. So on the defensive end...
So I think it balances out.
It balances out.
They are where they are supposed to.
8 clean sheets. Marcus Rashford has 9 league goals. He looks really good.
I just wanted to point something out. I forgot to mention. Liverpool's goal difference is only +9.
Yeah,
United. Remember the game they won 9-0?
Yeah.
So if we remove that...
That's forgotten.
That's zero.
I think even that's... It adds more numbers to the goals they've scored. But if you take that out, they'll probably be below their XG.
Interesting. Guys, what have we made of Man United? Did anybody expect them to be here after 19, 20 games?
I did not.
I didn't expect them to be this good.
Especially how they started with the
Brighton massacre. They lost to
Brighton
they lost to Brentford.
Brentford at the Amex 4-0.
Then City 6.
Then they beat Liverpool.
They beat Liverpool.
Then lost to City 6-3 and beat Arsenal.
That was a tough start, but I'll praise Ten Hag's mental fortitude and his calmness and how he's navigated the storm. He's got them here. He's gotten rid of he solved the Ronaldo issue. However you see it, it's been solved.
It's been solved.
Yeah. And they are moving on. So.
Yeah, he has Rashford probably playing the best football of his life. I think after the World Cup, top 5 teams in Europe, he scored the most goals. So that's something you should be happy about. And he tends to score in the big games too. So
he scored against Arsenal, scored against Liverpool, scored against City at Old Trafford.
Scored against everybody.
Scored against everybody.
But that was the thing about Rashford from the if I remember correctly, it wasn't his debut against Arsenal. He scored 2.
Scored 2. Yeah.
So he's always been a big game player. So.
He has 10 in 10 across competitions.
Exactly. He's flying.
But when you look at
Man
United,
21 goals the whole season.
That's when you look at
only Haaland of players playing in England has more in all competitions. I think Haaland has like 28.
Yeah, 28, 29.
Yeah,
that's for 21. That's good. If you look at Ten Hag and how much work he's had to do in a very short time, how much? Yeah, we've seen him work. But if you want to look at player buy-in versus his own work, where would you weight? How would you weight the two?
What do you mean by
in terms of like his own tactical outlook? When you watch United play, how much of it is
I think
Ten Hag, and how much of it is player willingness?
I think it's mostly Ten Hag because the players are performing better because he's using them better, in my opinion.
I see.
Because I believe that when Ole was in charge, Bruno had a more free role. He was a maverick, and he played differently. And I used to have problems with Bruno watching him play because I felt that he was erratic with the ball. Yeah. He got the ball and he just kick it as hard as possible, as far as possible, as quickly as possible. He was treating the football like it was a disease that if he kept the ball too long, his leg will fall off. So it has to go. But if you see him now, he's shooting less. He's taking less long passes. His pass is more accurate because of that, because he's taking more time on the ball. And he's actually performing better. I think we've not seen him perform this well outside his first 6 months, a year. Because if you remember, when Bruno first came to the Premier League, despite his erratic play, he was still one of the best players in the league in terms of the fact that he was delivering. He kept delivering. Now, he's not doing as much, and he's still delivering. So it shows that he didn't have to play like that, but he wasn't coached.
He wasn't being coached.
And I think Rashford is being coached a lot better.
Yes.
That is why we are seeing, because I remember I said this before, that if you look at him and Son Heung-min, I don't think there's anything Rashford can do with the football that Son couldn't. Son does with the football, Rashford can't do. I don't think in terms of ability, Son is that much better than Rashford. But because of Son's decision making, because of Son's movement and the mental aspect of the game, he's on a different level. But now I'm being vindicated because from what we are seeing from Rashford, this is what Son was doing last season. He was getting all the praise. Now Rashford is doing the same thing because he's being coached. Because I kept saying that, look, I like Son. I think Son is a good player. But Rashford, everything Son is doing, Rashford can do it. I don't doubt it. But he's not being coached. And we are seeing it now.
Seeing the influence of a better manager.
And I think it's even more drastic to see because Son is not at the races this season. So it's almost like they've switched bodies. So we are serious because Son is having a horrible season. Yeah. But that's the point. If you have a good coach
or something like that.
That's actually a very good show. Yeah.
Emmanuel, your thoughts on Man United? what do you think the rest of the season could potentially look like? Or for you, just as we wrap up, what is success? Or what should constitute success for Man United this season?
I think where they are now is success. Getting back into the Champions League, being hard to beat, making Old Trafford a fortress again. I think basically that's it. And Ten Hag has shown the definition of players make the system. He knows how he wants to go about his business. He's brought the players in there to do what he wants them to do. He's giving them the instructions and they are doing it. Look at the work Casemiro does. Look at the work Martinez does. Even look at what De Gea does now. In as much as he's trying to play the ball a bit more and it's not working. When it comes to saving, he's doing that. So he's put a team together to be effective and do what he wants them to do, and it's working.
Great. All right.